Hey guys, it's Lindsay Anna Jones, and today's my birthday. As I said, by the time this is going up, it should be my birthday, which means I'm another year older, another year wiser. That's not true. I wish it was though. Nope, I'm gonna keep doing the same dumb stuff I've been doing for the past 28 years. But, we can't win them all. But today we're going to do some more get to know me questions. So let's dive in. Since I just answered this question, this is a little bit redundant, but how old are you turning? I will be 28 in approximately 10 hours. How are you going to spend your birthday? I plan on doing very little tomorrow. We were going to have, like a bonfire and, dance naked with the wolves and everything. But, it's gonna have a thunderstorm that night, so we can't do that. I'm going to go get my hair cut because I love Chris and I trust him, but I want someone to check his handiwork. And I know a girl that works at a beauty salon, so she's gonna check my hair for me. Number 3 is, what is your favorite type of cake? All of them. I like all different types of cake, but if I had to choose a favorite, it would be brownies with cream cheese icing. If you want to argue with me and say that brownies aren't a type of cake, you're probably right. Brownies aren't cake, so I would say carrot cake with cream cheese icing. Number 4 is, what is your favorite childhood birthday party? And actually, me and my cousin's birthdays are 2 weeks apart. So we always had a lot of joint birthday parties growing up, and when we were 10, our parents said that we could have a big sleepover. And I can remember we had these, our invitations were these cool, I think my mom made these cool invitations that look like Pokemon cards. We were so cool. And our parents weren't expecting that everyone who we invited would show up. But they did. And my mom had this rule that if you invited one person on a team, you had to invite all the people on the team. I invited the entire girls' soccer team, which was 15 girls, and all of them showed up. And since I had that rule, Chad had to have that rule. So every one of those boys showed up. So we had 2 houses, which, mind you, not only are we cousins that have the same birthday, but we're also neighbors, literally 10 feet apart, next door neighbors. So we have 2 houses literally filled to the brim with kids that were not houses that are they were bigger Victorian houses, but still not meant to hold each household 20 children, That was a very fun party. Lots of drama though, lots of preteen girl drama at that party though. I remember lots of tears and, oh, this person doesn't like me and blah, 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 blah. But it was still fun. I thought it was fun. I thrive on drama. Spill the tea, sis. Number 5 is, did you have a super sweet 16? I wouldn't say quite that bad, quite that intense. I did have a rather large sweet 16 party because, yet again, I shared it with my cousin. And my grandpa has a party area. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it goes back to me explaining the wedding about getting married at my grandpa's. He has a pavilion, a party pavilion that has a full kitchen built into it, and tables and a fire pit, and it's a big to-do. It's a big to-do. Alright, so there was only 5 questions that were birthday specific, and the rest of these are just questions. Okay, so number 6 is, do you go by a nickname? Lindsay Anna Jones is a nickname, but nobody actually calls me Lindsay Anna Jones, except I go by Linz. I have a couple of people that call me Lynn. I don't mind Lynn. I actually kind of prefer Lynn. I'm not cool enough to have any other nicknames other than that. Number 7 is, when you're driving, what do you listen to? I listen to podcasts. I love My Favorite Murder when Grayson's not in the car with me. I also love Myths and Legends. When Grayson's in the car with me, we listen to Story Pirates, which is great. For all my parents out there, Story Pirates, really, really good. Are you a window or an aisle person? I don't like riding in planes person. I just don't. I've ridden a plane once in my life. I did not like it. I will do it if I ever had to go cross country, or to another country, but if from like West Virginia to Florida, like we went to like Disney or something like that, like no, we drive. What was your favorite childhood TV show? I'm gonna say Rugrats. Number 10 is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? And I wanted to be an archaeologist, which is kind of some of why I stuck with the name Lindsay Anna Jones. That's not the reason I got the name Lindsay Anna Jones. That had to do with a drunk friend and a misunderstood Halloween costume. I was supposed to be making fun of hipsters, and he did not understand that the hat was not Indiana Jones's hat, and that the satchel was just so that I could sneak beer back into the dorms. He's like, you got your satchel like Indiana Jones has. You got a hat on, so you're Lindsay Anna Jones. And I'm like, that wasn't what I was going for, but okay. So that name just kind of stuck with the Lindsay Anna Jones thing. But I also, growing up, had an obsession with Indiana Jones and with the movie The Mummy. So for a long time as a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist. And at some point, I also wanted to be a fashion designer, which I don't really have any fashion sense, so I don't know where I got that idea from. But I actually went to college for a little bit for that, so that may have been a mistake. If you could hire any actor to portray you in a movie, who would it be? I am just going off of what other people have told me, because I would love to say like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence, or like somebody, or like, oh, Gillian Anderson. Oh my gosh, if I look like Gillian Anderson, oh. But I know that that's not who I look like. But I've always been told I look like Elizabeth Moss, like from Mad Men. I don't know if it's because I just used to dress very, like, retro chic-ish. I'm gonna drop the word chic there because it wasn't very retro chic. It was just kind of retro. But I've always been told that. So yeah, Elizabeth Moss. Number 12 is, if you could bring any fictional character to life, who would it be? I am gonna go with Feyre from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't know why per se, except for I really love her personality. She's the type of person that I just like to be around. Just because, like, I know this about myself. Like, I know that I'm the comic relief in somebody else's story. I recognize that I'm not, like, the strong voice in the prose. I am the comic relief in the story. I'm definitely not main character material. And number 13 is, if you could have dinner with any 3 people, who would it be? My 3 people are my great-grandma Mary, who I was very close to as a child, my grandma Alberta, who was my best friend growing up, and my mom, who's still alive. Like, I love my mom, and I think that our conversations now as I'm an adult would be very different. And I've heard my mom's stories about my grandma as she got older, and you know, that, I mean, I remember them because my grandma didn't pass until I was like, you know, I think I was 12, so almost 13. But just things that I wish that I could have dinner with them one more time. So that's the answer to that one. Alright guys, so that's the end of the questions. As I said, there's only 13 of them because my birthday's on the 13th, and these came from a list of 30 freaking questions. I wasn't going to answer 30 questions again. My birthday's on the 13th. It's on Friday the 13th. I was born on Friday the 13th too. Fun fact. That's an extra little tidbit for you. We're not going to count it as a question because we're keeping with this whole 13th thing. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Hit the little bell icon so you can come hang out with me. And until next time, I'm Lindsay Anna Jones. You guys stay gold. I'll see ya. Bye, guys.